Hello everyone. Today we are going to continue with the gas laws. The second gas law is Charles law. Charlie is the name of scientist. Okay. Already we have discussed about Boyle's law. So we have different types of gas laws called like what Boyle's law, Charles law, Gay-Lussac's law, and Avogadro's law. Okay. After that we discuss about other types of what are Dalton's law and Graham's law. First we discuss about these four types here. In that Boyle's law is already completed. Now, second law is what? Charlie's law. Okay. Suppose I'm taking a gas at 0 degrees Celsius. I'm taking a gas at 0 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now, this one has some volume called V naught. Okay. V naught is the volume. V naught is the volume of this gas at 0 degrees Celsius. From 0 degrees Celsius, I'm increasing temperature to 1 degree Celsius. So how much is the rise in temperature? The rise in the temperature is 1 degree. The rise is equal to what? 1 degree temperature. 1 degree Celsius, when you rise the temperature of a gas, okay, its volume also will increase. Now we are keeping constant pressure, remember, a constant pressure. At constant pressure, when we increase the temperature by 1 degree Celsius, okay, the volume of the gas also increases by 1 by 273 of initial volume. 1 by 273 of initial volume V naught will be the increased volume. Now here at 0 degrees Celsius, V naught is taken as volume of the gas at constant pressure. We are not increasing pressure, decreasing pressure here. We are maintaining constant pressure. At this temperature, the volume Vt or V at 1 degree Celsius, V at 1 degree Celsius. So it is taken as V naught here, 0 degree Celsius, and I'm taking now Vt. Vt means what? At T degree Celsius. Now what is temperature taken here? T degree Celsius is 1 degree Celsius. Now, when we increase the temperature from 0 to 1 degree Celsius, that is T degree Celsius, the volume at T degree Celsius is what? Vt. This Vt or V1 degree Celsius, you write here V1 better here. V1 degree Celsius is equal to V naught initial volume plus 1 by 273. 1 by 273 of what? 1 by 273 of V naught. Okay. So V naught is initial volume. How much is there at 0 degrees Celsius is V naught here. Along with this, how much will be available now at increased temperature? 1 by 273 of V naught will be the increased volume. It is increased volume. It is initial volume. So initially taken volume plus the increased volume will be equal to what now? Total volume at 1 degree Celsius. Like this, at T degree Celsius, at T degree Celsius, volume is taken as what? Vt we take here. Vt means what? Volume at T degree Celsius. Volume at T degree Celsius is equal to, how to take? V at initial condition, that is 0 degree Celsius, plus 1 by 273. 1 by 273 of what? V naught. 1 by 273 of V naught at T degree Celsius. Or we can take here 1 by 273 V naught means we can take what now here? V naught by 273 now. So V naught by 273 at T degree Celsius. Okay, ma. So Vt is equal to what now here? Vt means what here? Volume at T degree Celsius is equal to volume at 0 degree Celsius, initial volume, plus V naught by 273 of T degree Celsius. We have taken the gas to which temperature? T degree Celsius. That's the into T we have taken. So this is the volume at T degree Celsius. It is the volume at 0 degree Celsius. Volume at 0 degree Celsius. The same thing. Suppose I'm decreasing the volume of here, the decreasing temperature here, from 0 degree Celsius to minus 1 degree Celsius. I'm taking here. Okay. So how much is fall in temperature? The fall in the temperature is 1 degree. From 0 to minus 1 means how much is decreased here? How much temperature is fallen here? 1 degree is fallen. The fall in the temperature is 1 degree Celsius. Now at this temperature, the volume, initial volume V naught minus, okay, V naught by 273. That means what? 1 by 273 of V naught. 1 by 273 of V naught will be decreased volume. This much volume is decreased. Initially taken how much? V naught. From V naught, how much will be decreased here? This much. Now the volume at minus 1 degree Celsius, volume at minus 1 degree Celsius is equal to volume at 0 degree Celsius minus V naught by 273. So in this way, what we have to understand is that at constant pressure, when the temperature is raised by 1 degree Celsius or the temperature is fallen by 1 degree Celsius, the increase in the volume will be 1 by 273 of initial volume. And also the decrease in temperature also will be 1 by 273 of initial volume. Okay, so in this way, what we have to understand, how volume of the gas and temperature related here, directly or inversely, directly proportional to each other. When temperature of the gas increases, the volume of gas also increases. That is what here Charles' law. So at constant pressure we have taken. Okay, so at constant pressure, volume of the gas is directly proportional to temperature. V is directly proportional to temperature. That point we have to understand. Okay, so now V is proportional to T, means V is equal to what? Some constant. V is equal to some constant, proportionally constant into T. V is equal to some proportionally constant K into T. Then V by T is equal to what here? Constant K. V by T is equal to constant K. So in this way, we have to understand what now relation between volume and temperature of the gas at constant pressure. This is what now here Charles' law. So Charles' law states that at constant pressure, the volume of a given mass of gas, meaning what? Mass is kept constant. When mass is kept constant, the number of moles also will be constant. Number of moles formula what? Formula of number of moles is mass by gram molecular mass. Like that, the volume of a given mass of gas is directly proportional to absolute temperature, that is Kelvin temperature. This is called Charles' law. Okay, so this is about this one here. Now, in terms of what T degree Celsius means centigrade temperature, if you take. So what we have taken, Vt is equal to V naught plus V naught by 273 at T degree Celsius. It is volume at T degree Celsius we have taken. Now, if you take this one here, how to take here? What we can take common here? This one. How to write? V naught of 273, and here what here V naught we have taken common here. V naught 1 plus what we can take here? First tell me. V naught we have taken common 1 plus T by 273. V naught we have taken common 1 plus T by 273, means 1 by 273 of T means what? T by 273 we have taken. Now from this what we can write here? V naught into here 1 plus T by 273. How to write? 273 here in the denominator and 273 plus T we can write. The same thing, how to write? Vt is equal to what we can take now? So V naught into 273 and 273 plus T we can take here. So like this, Vt, volume at T degree Celsius, is equal to volume at 0 degree Celsius, into 273 plus T by 273. Here T is what? Centigrade temperature. This one, centigrade temperature, 273 plus T degree Celsius. Okay, so generally we know that centigrade temperature plus 273, is equal to what? Kelvin temperature. So in place of 273 plus T, degree Celsius, we can write capital T by 273 we can write. Capital T indicates what? T degree Celsius centigrade temperature plus what? 273. In that way, we can take what? Vt is equal to V naught into capital T by 273. So what we can write there? Vt is equal to V naught into here 273 plus centigrade temperature is equal to capital T in Kelvin temperature. Capital T in Kelvin temperature by 273. So it is in Kelvin. Kelvin temperature means absolute temperature. Okay. So now here how to understand this one concept here? Vt means what? Volume at T degree Celsius. What? Volume at T degree Celsius is equal to what? V naught into capital T by 273. Capital T, how we got here? Absolute temperature, how we got? This 273 plus centigrade temperature will be equal to absolute temperature, that is Kelvin temperature. So this is relation here. From this we have understood that the volume and temperature, how these two are related, directly proportional to each other. So volume of the gas is directly proportional to temperature when pressure is kept constant, and V is equal to kT and V by T is equal to constant. Okay. Now if we take a gas at initial conditions and final conditions, initially the gas has V1 volume, T1 temperature, and finally the V2 volume and T2 temperature. Now here we are taking two conditions here. What we have to understand, V1, T1, okay, at what now? Initial conditions. Initial conditions, what we have taken, V1 is volume of the gas, V1 is volume of the gas, T1 is temperature of the gas initially. Now we have taken these initial conditions to final conditions. At final conditions, V2, T2 we are taking. These are final conditions. Okay, so now the gas at V1 volume and T1 temperature is taken to higher temperature, that is T2 temperature. When we increase temperature, what happens to volume? Volume also increases. Okay, now here, according to this concept here, V by T is equal to constant according to Charles' law. What we can write now here, V1 by T1, V1 by T1 initially is equal to what? V2 by T2. V1 by T1 is equal to what now? V2 by T2. So in this way, what we have to understand here, initial volume of the gas by initial temperature is equal to final volume by final temperature. So V1 by T1 is equal to V2 by T2. So it's about what now here? The relation between volume and temperature according to what? Charles' law. Now next thing what we have to understand is that now generally we know that mass, volume and density, how they are related? Mass, volume and density. Generally density is equal to what? Mass by volume. Mass by volume. Now density and volume, how these two are related? Inversely proportional. Now here mass we are taking constant in all these cases. Okay, volume of given mass of gas means what? Volume is constant. And don't worry about the board. Okay, I will take the screenshot and send you. I will take screenshot of the board and send you everything. First, you try to understand what I am saying. Now, density and volume, how these two are related? Inversely proportional to each other. And here we are taking that volume of given mass of gas. Volume of given mass of gas means what? Mass is constant here. When mass is constant, we can write D is equal to 1 by V. Volume is kept constant here. D is equal to 1 by V. Wherever D is there, what we can take? 1 by V we can take, or wherever 1 by V is there, we can take D. Or wherever V is there. Now V is equal to what now? 1 by D we can write now. Wherever V is there, what we can write? 1 by D we can write. Now in place of V1, what we can write? In place of V1, what we can write? 1 by D1. V is equal to 1 by D here. That means V1 is equal to 1 by D1. V2 is equal to what? 1 by D2. So in place of V1, what we can write, ma? In place of V1, what we can write? 1 by D1. So 1 by D1, already T1 is there in the denominator. T1 is equal to, here V2 plus what we can write in the place of V2? 1 by D2 T2. 1 by D2 T2. So in this way, we have to understand what? The relation between density and temperature. The relation between density and temperature. Now, how D1, how we can write this one? D1 T1 is equal to D2 T2. D1 T1 is equal to D2 T2. We can write. So like this, what we can write here? D1 into T1 is equal to D2 into T2. Okay, ma'am? So D1 T1 is equal to D2 T2 is Charles' law, and also V1 by T1 is equal to V2 by T2 also is equation of Charles' law. So equation of Charles' law we can write V1 by T1 is equal to V2 by T2. Otherwise, D1 T1 is equal to D2 T2. This is called modern Charles' law. Modern Charles' law we can take here. Modern equation of Charles' law here. It is the original equation of Charles' law. From this only we got this one. In place of V1, what we have written? 1 by D1 we wrote. In place of V1, we wrote 1 by D1. In place of V2, what we have written? 1 by D2. Why we have taken 1 by D here for volume? Because density is equal to mass by volume, and mass is kept constant here. So in place of mass, we have taken 1. So D is equal to 1 by V. Okay, and V is equal to 1 by D. So V1 is equal to 1 by d1. b2 is equal to 1 by d2. In this way, we have to take the modern law of Charles law equation. Okay. So like this, the two equations mainly we have to remember. It is one important equation, v1 by t1 is equal to v2 by t2. And second equation is what? d1 t1 is equal to d2 t2. So these two are important equations of what? Charles law. Is that clear now? So it's about very important thing to understand. So I will send you the screenshot of this. Don't worry. Okay. Now the Charles law we have to understand with the help of PPT. Now see. So the Charles law states what now? At constant pressure, when the volume of the gas is taken, the volume of gas increases with increase in the temperature. When temperature increases, volume also will increase. That is what now here Charles law. Okay. So now check it here. So Charles law, what here? It relates the volume and temperature. Volume and temperature both will be taken here, right? So now here relation between volume and temperature is taken in Charles law. Now experiments have shown what now here? Initially we are taking here 273 ml. How much we are taking? 273 ml we are taking. When 273 ml of what here? This one is taken, gas is taken, okay, at 0 degrees Celsius, and it is heated to what? 1 degree Celsius. The gas at initial volume 273 ml of volume is taken initially. Here it is V0. It is what now here? V0. V0 means what? Initial volume is taken how much here? 273 ml. This volume is heated from 0 degrees Celsius to 1 degree Celsius. So how much is the rise in temperature now? 1 degree is rise in temperature. Then its volume increases by how much? 1 ml. 1 by 273 of 273. 1 by 273 into 273 will be equal to what? 1 ml. So how much is increased here? 1 ml is increased out of 273. Out of 273 ml taken initially, how much is increased here? 1 ml is increased when we raise the temperature by 1 degree Celsius. Okay, and it becomes what? 273 plus 1, that is 274. Initially 273 was there. The increased volume is V, 1 ml. That's why what? V at 1 degree Celsius is equal to 273 plus 1, that is 274 ml. This is observed fact. And at 10 degrees Celsius, that means from 0 to 10 degrees we have heated. From 0 to 10 degrees directly we have heated. When you heat the gas from 0 to 10 degrees Celsius, what happens to volume is that the volume is observed to be increased to the value of 283 ml. 273 ml became what? 273 ml became 283 ml. How much is the increased volume? 10 ml increased. For rise of how much temperature? 10 degrees temperature. By increasing the temperature by 10 degrees, how much increased here? 10 ml increased. Because for every 1 degree rise in temperature, 1 ml is increasing. For 10 degrees rise in temperature, 10 ml will increase. Therefore, 283 ml it has become. Okay. This is true only when the pressure remains constant. If the pressure remains constant only, this will happen. That point keep in mind. Similarly, when 273 ml of sample at 0 degree Celsius is cooled to what? Minus 1 degree Celsius. From 0 to minus 1 degree Celsius, we have cooled. We have lowered the temperature. Then how much is the fall in the temperature? 1 degree Celsius is the fall in the temperature. Then its volume decreases to 272. From 273, how much is what here? Observed here, 272 observed. How much is the decrease in the volume now? 1 degree decreased. 1 degree, 1 ml is decreased here. So 1 ml volume is decreased when the temperature is decreased by 1 degree. And while at minus 10 degrees Celsius, that means we have cooled from 0 degrees Celsius to minus 10 degrees Celsius. So how much is fall in the temperature? 10 degrees is the fall in temperature. Then the volume observed to be 263 ml only. From 273 ml, it has become 263 ml. That means how much is the decreased volume? 10 ml decreased. When we lower the temperature by 10 degrees centigrade, the volume decreased by 10 ml. Okay, so this is also at constant pressure we have to take. Let the volume of a given amount of gas means mass is kept constant. Given amount of gas means what? Mass is not changed. Mass is kept constant. When you heat the gas from initial temperature to final temperature, can the mass be changed? Mass will not change. Mass remains constant here. Whatever we have taken initially mass, the same mass will remain. Mass is remaining constant here. Means number of moles also remaining constant. So let the volume of a given amount of gas be V naught at 0 degrees Celsius. The temperature is increased by T degrees Celsius. And the new volume Vt will be equal to what now here? V naught, that is initial volume at 0 degrees Celsius, initial volume at 0 degrees Celsius plus, okay, 1 by 273 of V naught. 1 by 273 of V naught means V naught by 273 at what temperature? T degrees Celsius. This is written as what? V naught is taken common, 1 plus 1 by 273 of T. 1 plus 1 by 273 of T means T by 273 here. So 1 plus T by 273. The same thing we have written what? Vt is equal V naught of 273 plus T degrees Celsius by 273. Now here centigrade temperature plus 273 will be equal to Kelvin temperature. Kelvin temperature is given by capital T. Okay. A new temperature scale is introduced known as what? Kelvin scale. That is absolute scale. Okay, named after British physicist and mathematician Lord Kelvin. Scientist name is what? Lord Kelvin. His name itself is Lord Kelvin. Okay, so what is here? The lowest possible temperature. Lowest possible temperature that can be obtained on the absolute scale is 0. On the Kelvin scale, the least value will be what? 0 Kelvin. 0 Kelvin on absolute scale, on Kelvin scale. But in centigrade scale, the minimum value, lowest value that can be obtained theoretically is minus 273 degrees Celsius. On centigrade scale of temperature, the least value that can be obtained is what? Minus 273 degrees Celsius. But on Kelvin scale, the lowest possible value of temperature is what? 0 Kelvin. 0 Kelvin. The 0 Kelvin is what? Absolute 0. The lowest possible value, that is 0 Kelvin on Kelvin scale, absolute scale is how much? 0 Kelvin, which corresponds to how much? Minus 273 degrees Celsius. So minus 273 degrees Celsius is the lowest possible temperature on centigrade Celsius scale, and on Kelvin scale 0 Kelvin we have taken. So at absolute 0, that is 0 Kelvin. Absolute 0 means how much? 0 Kelvin or minus 273 degrees Celsius. All molecular motions, all the movements of gas molecules would stop, would be ceased. Ceased means what? Stopped. All molecular motions cease. Cease means what here? Close. They will stop moving. And the volume of the gas would become 0. The total volume of the gas becomes what? 0. That means the gas does not exist at that lowest possible minus 273 degrees Celsius. Therefore, the volume of the gas is taken to be 0 at that temperature. So at absolute 0 temperature, that is 0 Kelvin, what will be the volume of the gas? 0. And the movement of the gas molecules is stopped now. The molecules have 0 velocity now. At 0 Kelvin, the velocity of the gas is 0. The velocity of gas molecules is 0. Whenever velocity is 0, kinetic energy becomes 0. Kinetic energy is equal to what? Half mv square. When velocity becomes 0, automatically the kinetic energy also becomes 0 at 0 Kelvin. Thus, absolute 0 is that temperature at which no substance exists in gaseous state. Any substance cannot exist in gaseous state at 0 Kelvin. At 0 Kelvin is called absolute 0. The volume becomes 0 here, and also the kinetic energy becomes 0. The temperature in absolute is always obtained by adding what? 273 to what? Centigrade temperature. To the given centigrade temperature, we have to add how much? 273. By adding 273 to given centigrade temperature, we get what? Kelvin temperature. So the temperature in Kelvin scale is equal to what? The given degree Celsius plus 273. So this way we have to understand concept. Now this new temperature scale, it is used by what now? Used for what? Deducing Charles law, means to derive what? Charles law. We use what? Capital T here. So by substituting capital T for 273 plus T and T naught for 273, we are taking Vt, volume at T degree Celsius, T degree Celsius or T degree centigrade temperature is equal to what? V naught into T by T naught. Okay. So V1 by T1, V1 by T is Vt by T is equal to what? V naught by T naught. So T is what? The temperature at which volume? Vt. T naught is what? The temperature at which V naught is the volume. So what we have to understand finally is that volume by temperature is constant. The ratio of volume of gas to its temperature. The ratio of volume of its gas to temperature is constant. It is taken only when pressure is kept constant. Now, if you plot a graph between volume and temperature, which temperature is taken generally here? Centigrade temperature take first. Centigrade temperature. Or the centigrade temperature can be converted into Kelvin temperature by adding what? 273 Kelvin. Now suppose here we have taken 300 degrees Celsius. 300 degrees Celsius. Now 300 degrees Celsius, how to convert into Kelvin temperature? By adding 273. So 300 plus 273. How much? It is 573 Kelvin. Okay. So like this, now here on this x-axis, centigrade temperature when you're decreasing, when you decrease temperature from 300 to 200, 200 to 100, 100 to 0 degrees Celsius, 0 to minus 100 degrees Celsius, minus 100 to minus 200 degrees Celsius, and up to minus 273. Up to minus 273, if you cool the gas, its volume becomes what? 0. See this one, initially volume is this much. At this high temperature, volume is more, this much. And when you decrease the temperature, volume became less. And at 0 degrees Celsius, the volume is very less. Volume is very less here. Like this, what here? The volume is decreasing when we are decreasing temperature. And the volume becomes what? 0 at minus 273 degrees Celsius. How to convert this centigrade into Kelvin? By adding 273 to this value. Minus 273 plus 273 will be equal to 0 Kelvin. So this 0 Kelvin temperature or minus 273 degrees Celsius at which the volume of gas becomes 0 is called what? Absolute zero. That temperature is called absolute zero temperature. So this point mainly we have to understand. Next, Charles law can be verified experimentally by plotting the values of volume of given amount of gas under respective absolute temperatures at constant pressure. Okay, the straight line confirms what? The above statement means what? Volume and temperature are directly proportional to each other. So what is given there that when you plot a graph between volume and temperature, if you take volume on y-axis and temperature on x-axis, if you plot a graph, what we get? A straight line passing through origin we get. A straight line passing through origin we get when you plot a graph of volume versus temperature. That indicates what? The straight line passing through origin indicates what here? It indicates that the what here? Volume is directly proportional to temperature at constant pressure. When you plot this type of graph between volume and temperature at constant pressure, that graph is called isobar. Iso bar bar. Isobar indicates what? The graph plotted at constant pressure. The graph plotted at constant pressure is called what? Isobar. The graph at constant temperature is called what? Isotherm. Isothermal graphs and isobaric graphs. Isobaric graphs means what? The graphs plotted at constant pressure. Isothermal graphs indicate what? The graphs plotted at constant temperature. The graphs of Boyle's law will be called isotherms because in Boyle's law temperature is kept constant, and the graphs related to Charles law are called isobaric graphs because in Charles law we keep pressure constant. Okay, so this is all about what now important points about Charles law. Okay, bye, good day.